If you downloaded OBS Studio, hit go live, and assumed the default settings were fine, well, then your stream probably looks like a pixelated 2012 Minecraft Let's Play. And sounds like you're broadcasting from inside of a windstorm. The default settings in OBS were designed for computers that came out 5 years ago. Today, I'm gonna show you the exact pro method to optimize your video, fix your microphone, and set up your scenes for 2026 so you actually look like a full-time creator. Open up OBS, go to the bottom right corner and click the settings button, go straight over to the output tab on the left-hand side, and go to the top, and we're gonna change simple to advanced. If you're streaming on simple, then you're giving up 90% of your quality control, and we don't want that. Now, under the streaming tab, we're gonna be changing your video encoder. If you have an NVIDIA card like myself, you're gonna wanna choose NVIDIA NVENC H.264. However, if you have an AMD graphics card, you'll want to pick AMD HW H.264, or whatever the equivalent is for your system. And whatever you do, do not use X264 because this uses your CPU, unless you secretly hate yourself and you want your games to stutter. Then by all means, go ahead. Then if we go down to the encoder settings, you're going to choose the rate control to be constant bitrate or CBR. It's the same thing, it's just an acronym for it. And for the bitrate, if you're streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second, you want this at least 6,000 kilobits per second. However, if you have a really good setup and you got a really good computer, you can push it all the way up to 8,000. And if you're streaming on Kick, you could probably push it to 10,000. But if you're streaming on Twitch, I would recommend between 6,000 to 8,000. Now we're done with this so far, so we're gonna hit apply and move over to the video tab on the left. So click on video. The base canvas resolution, this is gonna be the resolution of whatever monitor you're using. And the output scaled resolution, this is the resolution that your viewers are gonna be seeing. In this instance, I'm going to be using 1080 because I have a 1080p monitor and I want my viewers to see 1080p 60 frames per second. So I have this to 1080 as well, and this to 60 down here for common FPS values. If you have a 1440p or 4K monitor, then you'll set your base to that. But keep your output resolution set to 1080, otherwise you're going to nuke your internet. And if these two numbers don't match because you're using like a 4K monitor or something, use the Landscoast downscale filter. And if your stream gets blurry in-game, this is what's usually causing the issue. The number one reason that people leave your stream in 10 seconds is your microphone. If I can hear your mechanical keyboard clacking in OBS, then I'm instantly out. So here's the 60-second fix. Go to the 3 dots next to your mic over in the audio mixer. So microphone, 3 dots, click, and go to filters. We'll be adding 2 things. First is gonna be a noise gate. So click the plus button and then click on noise gate, hit OK. This filter literally shuts off your mic when you're not speaking. Just tweak this little closed threshold bar and slide it slightly until your keyboard clicks disappear. And if you can't already hear yourself talking, aka being able to make these adjustments, close this and go to the audio mixer, and we're gonna click the cog wheels, go to your microphone and turn it from monitor off to monitor and output. Now you'll be able to hear your voice in your headphones. Just make sure to turn it back off when you're done making adjustments. So once you narrow down that keyboard clacking, we're gonna add that second filter. We're gonna go hit the plus button and we're gonna add a compressor. Hit OK. This filter stops your mic from peaking and blowing out my eardrums when you're screaming in a horror game. And the cool part is that you can literally leave this on the default settings and it works pretty good. So it's like magic out the box. You can also try out the noise suppression filter. This is actually surprisingly very good. The RN noise is actually really powerful. So if you want to get rid of background noise suppression is also a great filter. You can also experiment with these too. But real talk, audio routing like this is 90% of the reason why new streamers crash and burn. You'll update a simple driver and then suddenly your stream is on mute. This unfortunately happens so freaking often that I literally built a pre-stream cheat sheet that I keep on my desk. It's a quick pilot's checklist you run through before every single stream to guarantee your audio is routed right, your bit rates are locked in, you never look like an amateur, and I put a link in the description down below for you. So download it, print it out, keep it next to your keyboard. It'll save your stream, and it's free. If you're using a display capture source in OBS Studio, you're actively killing your in-game frame rate. So here's the right way to build your scenes. For your gameplay scene, we're gonna add a new source, and it's gonna be a game capture source. If your game stubbornly refuses to show up, you can use a window capture source instead. But whatever you do, avoid using display capture sources. Display capture forces your PC to render your entire desktop in the background, which instantly tanks your in-game frames. So stick with a simple game capture, hit OK, capture any full screen application, and if that doesn't work, capture a specific window and pick that window here. So once you have your game capture set up here, you simply add a video capture device, and you're gonna add one here, and you're gonna choose your webcam from the list, hit OK, and it's that simple. Now I can show you how to add a basic webcam border right here. But if you want to turn this blank canvas into a professional brand that actually gets viewers to stay, I want you to click the link in the description. It's the exact same link for the pre-stream cheat sheet we talked about earlier, but at the very top of that page, I have a free streamers masterclass video where I break down how to craft your brand's identity, set up animated overlays like that starting soon screen you saw at the beginning of the video, and actually look like a full-time creator instead of a hobbyist. So click the link below to grab the free cheat sheet and masterclass video. Now, this is arguably one of the most important and useful features inside OBS, so let's make sure it's turned on for you. We're gonna go to the settings in the bottom right corner, click that button, then we're going to go to the output tab once again, make sure that your output mode is set to advanced, and you'll now see that there is a new tab that's called replay buffer. You're gonna wanna make sure that enable replay buffer is checked, so it's turned on, and you can change this to 60 seconds, and basically after you hit apply, anytime that you trigger the replay buffer, it's going to record the last 60 seconds of your stream directly to a video file, so you have all of those clips ready at your disposal. That way it's in pristine quality, it's completely separate from your Twitch VOD, and you don't have to download a 6-hour VOD or sift through it to get the actual pure moments that you want to upload to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. But in order to get that pristine video quality for the replay buffer, we need to make some adjustments from the default OBS settings. We're gonna head over to the recording tab right here, and we're gonna change the recording format from MP4 to MKV. We do this because if you record an MP4 and the power goes out or your PC drops, with literally any reason for it to stop recording, it completely corrupts that MP4 file. But if you switch it to MKV, then you will still have the recording even though your power went out. However, this can be a pain in the butt to actually convert it, but if we go to the advanced tab over on the left and scroll down, we can automatically remux it to an MP4 when it's done recording. That way you don't have to worry about converting it, which for me, a lazy MFer, is perfect. So make sure that this is checked, go back to output, go back to recording, and we need to change a couple more things. If you scroll down to the encoder settings, we actually don't want to use constant bitrate like we used for the streaming settings. We actually want to change this to constant QP. Then we want to set the constant QP level right here from 20 to 17. This gives you pristine, lossless recording quality for your clips without nuking your hard drive. Just remember to hit apply to save those settings. But now we need to go and set the hotkey. But this is where people get tripped up very quickly, so pay attention. So go and click the hotkeys on the left-hand side. Under your hotkeys, you're gonna see one that says start replay buffer and stop. This just turns on the replay buffer. This doesn't actually save the clip. So you wanna make sure that the replay buffer is running, which you can do under general to automatically run when you start streaming, which is a good practice. However, for the actual hotkey that you need to press in order to save the clip, it's gonna be under the replay tab right here, replay buffer, save replay. Now, after the replay buffer is actively running and you press the save replay hotkey, which in my case is number pad 9, then that will trigger OBS to record the last 60 seconds of your stream and give you that video file directly, which you can find under the output recording, and it'll be the recording path. This is where the file shows up. So now you don't have to go through another 10-hour past broadcast to find that one clip that you remembered. But having the best stream quality in the world means nothing if your chat is empty. So click this video right here because I break down the exact Discovery Bridge math tactic where I show you how to use the replay buffer in order to take clips, put them on vertical platforms, and funnel them straight to your Twitch, YouTube, Kick streams, wherever you want them. So watch that video and I'll see you over there.